Hi Scorpios, welcome to your November 2025 General Tarot reading. Thank you for being here with me. My name is Coco and this is Birdsong Musings Tarot. If you are new here, welcome. I do hope that you consider sticking around and subscribing to the channel or liking the video if the reading connects with you. I'm just cleansing your space here, and just a heads up that this is a general tarot reading, so it's not going to connect with absolutely everybody out there all of the time. So if that's happening for you today, do please consider checking out the readings for your moon and rising zodiac signs. If you're not new here, welcome back, and you'll be seeing that I'm trying out a new video format. So let me know in the comments if you prefer this format or if you prefer the previous format. I just wanted to switch it up and see which is working best. So we're going to go ahead and pull all of your cards first. We're going to get all of your tarot cards, and then we're going to pull general energies and advice cards later on together. First, we'll see how you're showing up in the month of November. And also, happy birthday, Scorpios. I hope that you've been enjoying your birthday season. And I also hope that you've been able to celebrate, or if you're not into celebrating, maybe just getting some alone time and relaxation. Okay, your challenge coming up is a 10 of Wands. Let's see that opportunity in the month, please. Opportunity for these Scorpios in November. Thank you. Now, your season, Scorpios, is all about transformation and change. Lots of big things happening for you. I feel like actually your last reading in October did signify that. So let's go ahead and see the situation unfolding across the month for these Scorpios, please. Thank you. You may feel especially sensitive to the moon phases and the moon cycle because you've got the Eight of Swords here. What is the situation unfolding? Thank you. Thank you for these Scorpios. Yeah, that Five of Swords wanted to come out. It was at the bottom of the deck before. One last card here for the situation across November for the Scorpio Sun, Moon, and Risings. In my previous readings, I don't pull the tarot cards because I just feel like it can be a long process, and I'm sure that it gets kind of boring for people to watch. But I'm gonna do it this time around in November and possibly in the future as well, because I'm sure some people like to see the cards fall as they come out. All right, we'll get some advice for you, advice for these Scorpios. How do you want these Scorpios to show up? Okay. How do you want them to engage? I see. One last card in your advice for these Scorpios. Thank you. Ooh, lots of big energies. And the end of the month. What does the end of November 2025 look like for these Scorpios, please? Thank you. Thank you. Taking that reversed. Okay, that's, oh, wow, that came up reversed too. Interesting. Now, before we get into the details, I'm just going to pull some Wisdom of Oracle cards to see what the general theme is of your month in November. What's going on for these Scorpios in November? What's the general theme, general energies, please? Okay. Go the distance. This is Challenger energy. I hope that you can see this card clearly. There's a cheetah on the card, and there is a finish line up ahead. But you can see the cheetah is kind of shedding its skin almost. So there's transformation happening, but there's also a need to go the distance here. There's something that you're committed to, something that is taking a long time. You are needing to put in a lot of work and a lot of effort in the month of November in some kind of way. I would like to see one more card. We're going to see a Tree Keeper's Oracle card to just get a better read of what the lesson is in the month and what's going on for you. Okay, you've got two cards. So these are numbers 16 and 32, and I believe 16 times 2 is 32. I could be wrong on that because I'm very bad at math. So that's interesting. You've gotten a doubling here of cards. and my cat thinks it's interesting too. She's meowing at the door. Keeper of Play asks you to get back in touch with play, fun, lightness in your life. It could feel especially heavy this month because you've got this Go the Distance card. You have a test or a challenge that you are facing. You are needing to think about consistency, discipline, not really thinking too in the short term. You're very much thinking in the long term. And you've also got Keeper of Creativity, asking you to get back in touch with your creative side, your artistic side. If you are an artist, how can you express what's going on in your life and put it down on paper or put it into music, put it into film? It does feel like there's a strong theme of responsibility in the month of November for you, and that's why these cards are coming out. In the midst of responsibility, of duty, of having to be diligent, and really having to be on a lot across the month, how can you make time for play and creativity? How can you strike that balance well? Because Keeper of Play comes out really when we are weighed down by responsibility. And it's the Tree Keepers, this is the Tree Keeper Oracle, asking us to remember, hey, go have fun, go be creative. It's going to make you feel better, but it's also going to potentially make this challenge actually close out easier. It's going to help you get to the finish line quicker. You've got the Eight of Swords and how you're showing up in the month. This is somebody who is trapped in a cycle. This card is very cyclical to me because it features the full moon. The moon is a very cyclical planet. Of course, all planets are cyclical, but especially the moon. And when we're trapped in a cycle with the Eight of Swords, it indicates that this cycle is of negative self-talk, of self-doubt, self-criticism. It's a negative cycle. It's something that is keeping us stuck in, almost jailed into our own minds. You can see this person has a blindfold on and all of these swords around them. It's like they could just reach up and take the blindfold off. They could just take one of these swords, which one of their hands is on actually. One of their hands is on the sword. So they could just take the sword, cut off all the ropes around them. They could take the sword and cut off the blindfold. They have the ability to do so, but they're afraid or they're just trapped. They're feeling like stuck. And so that is you in November with a certain situation, maybe a certain way of talking to yourself, of this feeling of, I can't get this done. I'm needing to go the distance here. And it's just feeling very repetitive, very cyclical. And I just feel weighed down by the responsibility because your challenge is a 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands, the card of feeling weighed down. But your guides want you to know that the end is near, and that's why they're also showing you the Go the Distance card. Your challenge in November is to not lose sight of the goal. Don't lose sight of what you want at the end of all of this. And this can also have you feeling weighed down by your thoughts. You may have mental health challenges around anxiety, depression, because this card is very, like I said, cyclical. So it could be almost that you suffer from seasonal affective disorders, so that's seasonal depression, and you're just feeling like, okay, there is the cold months coming up, I'm really feeling like it's already affecting me, I need to get this under control. And my guides just gave me a message that you may be feeling weighed down by the expectations of either yourself, sorry for the train, or others. So you feel like there are eyes on you in November, or just in general. There are eyes on you. Maybe you're going to a family event and you just feel like you're under scrutiny by your family members, and it just feels like a lot. Okay, so that just came through. I feel like that's a specific message for somebody here. But the opportunity for you in the month, one of my favorite cards in the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. You have the opportunity to really strike out on your own. The Nine of Pentacles is somebody who has achieved a lot. They are somebody who is sitting in the fruition of their goals. So you do have the chance to meet a goal, to achieve something. And what I'm getting here right now is an energy of somebody who is very unapologetic, of somebody who says, you know what, I'm happy with myself, I'm happy with my own life, I feel good where I am. And so if there are eyes on you, you are able to show up in this way that is very confident and self-assured. This is the card of, feeling self-assured, feeling complete in your self-esteem, in who you are, but also achieving a goal, achieving something that has taken a long time. The Pentacles are earth energy, so they're very slow moving. So it takes a long time to get through the Pentacles. And this is the 9, the last card is the 10. So you're really having the opportunity to achieve something, like I said, but also just look back at your life and say, wow, look how far I've come. If you are going to a place where you feel uncomfortable, like there are eyes on you and you don't like it, you just have to remind yourself, hey, I've come so far. What have I learned here? How have I healed? How can I show up differently in these spaces? Or do I even want to show up at all? So this is somebody who makes decisions for themselves and for their own well-being. The 9s are a very solitary energy. It is you. It is all about you. Think about you. What goals do you want to achieve? Are you building your confidence in some kind of way throughout the month? Because this is somebody who has built up their confidence, built up their boundaries with people, built up their healing. They've done a lot of healing and a lot of hard work. Hard work is the name of the game with this card, but it's somebody who's already gone through it. So you have the opportunity to build all of these skills or work on your confidence, work on your self-esteem, and really get to this place in the month where you feel good and like you can show up in any space or any room and just be like, yeah, this is who I am. I'm going to clarify this 9 of Pentacles. I just want to get a little bit more information. And then I'm going to go ahead and clarify some other cards as well. 2 of Swords. This is you feeling uncertain. And there's that moon again. Uncertain. Ooh, 5 of Wands. Conflicted. I do feel like there is conflict with other people for some reason in the month of November. I'm not sure why. Let's see here. One last card in this opportunity for these Scorpios. Okay. 9 of Swords and 6 of Cups. Yeah. There's that opportunity to relinquish and release the stress and built up tension that you have in your mind across the month of November and the 6 of Cups. I do feel like this is conflict or uncertainty, feeling stuck in some kind of way when it comes to relationships in your life or your sense of belonging. Do I feel comfortable where I am? Do I feel held, like I have community? What is community like for you right now? Are you building it? Does your community make you feel confident? Or do you want to strike out on your own? Because the 9 of Pentacles speaks to somebody striking out on their own, doing their own thing, starting your own business, getting a new job that is like self-employment or being an entrepreneur. If that's the case for you, you feel quite conflicted about it, stressed about it, but your opportunity here is to go for it. I'm just getting the sense of somebody who is given lemons and has the opportunity to make lemonade. Okay, so I'm going to move on from that. I'm going to clarify the situation unfolding across the month for you just before we get into it. So first is 4 of Pentacles. Thank you very much. Yep. Let's see the 6 of Wands clarified, please. Okay. We'll take the card that flipped up. Oh, that's upside down. All right, we'll get the 5 of Swords clarified here, please. Thank you. What does this 5 of Swords want to say? Oh, there's that Page of Swords. Okay. And the 6 of Pentacles, please. Can you clarify the 6 of Pentacles for us, please? Thank you. 4 of Wands. So there are a lot of cards here that are numbers. And so I say that to mean that November is going to be a month where you're really in the details of things. It feels like there's just a lot going on and there may be a lot of responsibilities like here and there across the month. So errands that you have to run, just little things that you're taking care of, okay? Because the 4 of Pentacles is here, you are being wise with your money. You are working really hard, being very diligent when it comes to budgeting or when it comes to your job. You're doing a good job of saving your money. This is somebody who is very kind of pale knuckling the things that they have around them. So you may be feeling the volatility right now of the economy, at least in the United States. If you are outside of the United States as well, you may just be feeling like you need to save up and just keep your money around you and just be very frugal and aware of where your money is going. They're just giving me, my guides are just giving me something about your accounts, just really keeping track of your accounts, taking a look at them, tracking them, okay? Just like being smart in that way, paying attention, okay? And the Seven of Pentacles means that you're doing it very regularly. This is something that you are keeping up on and keeping up with. You may feel like, okay, I've done a lot of spending in the past few months. I now need to save up for the holidays in November, which is how a lot of us feel. And you're literally funneling money into different places because you have different things that you need to buy or put money towards in the future. So you're just being really smart about it. This can also be somebody who is feeling, again, like stuck. You could be feeling stuck where you are with your job or your money, the way you make money. You might be feeling like, oh, okay, I need to expand my horizons. I need to get another job. I need to put my resume out there. I need to do a little bit more here. I need to make a little bit more money, or I need to make my money go a longer way. I need to kind of branch out. I need to get a checking account or get a new savings account. So this is you also doing that, branching out and thinking about how you can get more income and make your money go longer. You are receiving a gift, a loan, you're being given money or given some kind of gift, maybe like a birthday gift. Of course, it's your birthday season. Also, because the Four of Wands is here, this may be a gift that you receive from a spouse, a loved one, a best friend. You may actually get a surprise party thrown for you, or somebody is planning a party with you for your birthday. So if you get a surprise party, just act surprised. Okay, I'm sorry to spoil that. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. You've also, interestingly, you've got the Six of Wands and the Judgment card with the Five of Swords and the Page of Swords. And I'm being told by my guides that this is unequivocally you. Okay, that's what I'm being strongly given here. This Five of Swords and Page of Swords. So beware in the month that you don't self-sabotage, that you don't fall back into patterns of thinking or patterns of behavior that don't work out for you in the end. I do feel like because this Eight of Swords is here, you are ruminating on doing this. You are thinking about it. You are thinking about, should I just do what I always do? And it's perhaps weighing on you to do things differently, to do things maybe responsibly. I'm not sure, because the Seven of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles is this responsibility. So maybe you're like just wanting to cast it all off and just say, fuck it, I'm gonna do things the easy way instead of the consistent way. I don't know what this is. Like I said up here with this Nine of Pentacles, you have the chance to succeed. Something is up here with this Five of Swords, because you are in the public and you're winning at something, or you're being chosen for something, or you're being celebrated for something, or there's just a goal that you've met that maybe other people around you are congratulating you, or you're being seen as this person who has done a lot and is doing a lot. At the same time, this is you. Five of Swords, you're like, I don't want to do things this way anymore. I don't want to continue down this path. I want to kind of burn it to the ground almost. And the Five of Swords is somebody who sabotages other people or sabotages themselves. This person is also in a cycle, which you can see with the new moon behind this person's head. So you may actually fall back into a pattern of talking badly about yourself, talking badly about other people. The Page of Swords is gossip. Somebody who is very quick with their words and doesn't really think before speaking when they are feeling emotional and when they're feeling triggered. So this may be you actually struggling in the month with feeling triggered or feeling really, really tired, or like there's a lot of responsibility on your shoulders and somebody just says the wrong thing to you and you just snap. And if you're somebody who struggles with addiction, obsession, codependence, anything that is associated with devil card, toxic behaviors, toxic ways of talking to yourself and others, this Five of Swords indicates that it's on your mind in November. And there may be conflict, inner conflict with, do I go back to that behavior or do I not? Do I move forward? Do I triumph over this behavior? Or do I go back to my ways of acting before? I think there are two routes that you can go down in November. In your advice, you've got the 10 of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Devil card. So that's why I was speaking about the Devil card earlier. Your guides really do not want you to fall back into negative behaviors that you have left behind in the past. They don't want you to go back to, again, certain ways of thinking or certain toxic ways of showing up. There are people you can talk to if you are feeling defeated, burnt out, if you struggle with addiction, like you want to indulge again and you want to relapse. There's just this sense of it's okay to feel tired. It's okay to feel desperate. It's okay to feel like that. We all feel like that sometimes. Don't be so hard on yourself with it. Talk to people. Can you talk to a mental health professional? Can you talk to a therapist? Can you talk to a friend, a family member, somebody you can trust? Because the 3 of Pentacles is this counseling energy where it's people putting their heads together and people talking with each other and collaborating with each other and saying, how can we make this work moving forward? How can we set up a plan for you moving forward? How can we make sure that the holiday season, as stressful as it can be for you, is a season where actually now moving forward, you can establish more calm rituals that let you take care of yourself so that it's not so stressful and that it doesn't bring you to this place of, tired, defeat, and just feeling really overwhelmed, because there is a devil on your shoulder. So I'm going to actually pull some cards and see some advice here on how we can navigate this. How can we navigate this with Scorpios? This devil card, please. Okay. You have got the Hermit card. This is also number 9. So that's solitary energy. The Hermit card is asking you to get in touch with your purpose. What keeps you grounded to this earth? Brings you passion. What do you feel like is your reason for being here? What do you feel like is the thing that you wake up every day for? The Hermit is also asking you to take some alone time and get some play, creativity in your life. When things get stressful, can you go to your room and play music or sing or dance or something? Is there an art form that you like to do that is something that you can do on your own and is like a outlet for you? You've also got the Knight of Swords. It's important to be able to express how you feel, to talk to people and tell them about what's happening and how you're feeling, but also expressing how you're feeling through your art, through, I don't know, even spoken word poetry. I've never done that before, but that's something here, using your words and speaking it out to the world and also getting it out through art is really going to help you across the month. We're also going to get some advice for you from 2 different decks. Okay, Scorpio, so before we do that, at the end of the month, you've got the 3 of Swords and the Strength card reversed. So things are not really changing or moving much by the end of the month. I feel like this is something that may potentially carry over into December, actually, Scorpios. At the end of the month, you're still feeling a little bit hurt. You're kind of healing. You're needing to go through your healing process. Things might start feeling better because the 3 of Swords is here. Things might start feeling a little bit lighter in your heart, like you come out of a dark place, but also the Strength card is here. And it's reversed, meaning that you're trying to overcome something, overcoming an obstacle at the end of the month. So let's go ahead and get some advice for you. First, we're going to see the Wisdom of Tao Oracle. Okay. Life purpose. Wow, that's just what I was saying about that Hermit card. What is your purpose? What keeps you here and keeps you waking up? And what makes you feel like you're passionate? I hope that you can see this image. It is an image of Genghis Khan. The message is, look beyond your physical achievements. Leap forward to find the meaning behind all you have experienced. The truth is not always black and white. Unleash your spiritual power to harness the higher awareness and realize your life's purpose. What is your life's purpose, Scorpio? How can you reflect on this in the month, and how can doing so help you feel more grounded and help you emotionally overcome any obstacles? Our last card of advice will be from this Green Witches Oracle deck. It is my new deck that I love very much. Okay, you've got two cards, I believe. The first card is the Preserve card. This card is so cute. You're asked to bring in more security, forethought, and thriftiness in your life. How can you feel more secure moving forward into the darker months? I really feel like this is related to the change in seasons for you, okay? And also forethought. How can you make plans regarding your own health and your own resources? Okay, so you're being asked to really do that budgeting here with the Four of Pentacles, get things aligned that you need to. And there's a chipmunk here who's like eating a lot of nuts, and kind of like the squirrels as well. I have a lot of squirrels in my neighborhood, and I've been seeing them a lot. So they're like thinking ahead really a lot, because they're like, all right, I got to eat a lot right now because I got to get myself through winter. So you're really being asked to do the same here. The other card you have is Cup of Tea, another really sweet card. This card asks you to embrace patience and reassessment. So when you sit and drink a cup of tea, you kind of have that interim period between where it's too hot to drink and when you can drink it. And so resembling that period of time, how can you be patient? How can you also reassess and kind of reconfigure how you move forward in your life? I do feel like you are doing that with your finances. I feel like you are doing that with your relationships as well. So yeah, afford yourself a little bit of patience, okay, Scorpios? Be kind with yourself, be gentle with yourself, and when you can, be reflective. Find periods, little pockets in the day even, where you can play and be creative, okay? So that is all I have for you today. I hope this was a helpful reading, Scorpios, and if it was helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel or liking the video. I will see you next time for the December general reading. Take very good care. I'm wishing you the best of luck across the month and with the situation. Okay, so I will see you then.